Good afternoon. We're convening the marketing committee meeting at the Life Saving Station on Dagsworthy. We will start our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now we will have our roll call. And we'll start Lily Joyce.
Lily Goddard, Tara Keplinger,
Patrice Gansey.
Ellen Winkler, Susan Macy.
Rick Schweitzer.
Hi, Rick. We know that Sally and Louisa cannot be with us tonight, and we hope that Commissioner Bauer will be joining us, at least virtually, if he can. We'll start the meeting by taking the chair is a short chair. We'll start the meeting by accepting a motion to adopt our agenda. Is there a motion?
I move.
Is there a second? Second. Tara. Any
Yeah,
discussion?
The agenda?
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes. Yeah, that's a no. That's a no.
There are five
Well,
bills.
that's a, you got it.
They're usually up in the,
Okay.
on the countertop.
Any discussion about the agenda? All in favor of adopting? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. We are now willing to accept an approval of the minutes motion. Is there a motion?
I move to accept the minutes.
Ellen, second?
I second.
Susan? Thank you. Any discussion about the minutes? They were sent out on the 14th. Nobody commented, so those are the minutes that will be on record. Any other discussion about the motion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. We don't have any public participation, right, Kate? Okay, so no public comment at this point. I will just take a minute because this is not officially on the agenda, but several of us, Rick, Susan, Ellen, and I, on 2 different dates, volunteered for Toys for Tots. And they reported this morning they have raised $2,277.96 from the 2 days. They were very happy. They will be able to buy gifts for 23 kids. What they do is buy toys. They buy 1 household gift for the family, usually pots and pans and things like that. And then they also give the family a grocery gift card. So they were very happy with our volunteer work and with the results. And we had a great time on Saturday with the fire department and the police department, and had a lot of time to talk. A lot of ideas where they'd like us to cooperate with them, so I'm happy that we have a chance to do that. Rick, how was the bingo night?
I only stayed for about 20 minutes. I had a fever, and there was 13 or 14 of them volunteers,
Oh,
so
wow.
I bailed.
Oh, yeah.
But it was good, nice meeting everybody.
Good, great, okay. So our first public event as the marketing committee supporting the people, and we hope to do many more.
I remember the lady that gave me that handful of change. She took it out of like her little stash that she uses to pay the parking meter. It's all I have, please take it.
Was it pennies too?
I think there was a penny in it, yeah. Quarters mostly, but yeah.
Okay, so now we are moving to the agenda, and the first thing is to welcome our new committee member, Tara Keplinger. Thank you for joining us. We're glad to have you. Do you want to say anything about yourself, just to introduce yourself?
Tara Keplinger. I'm on Swede Street, and just been coming here my whole life, and we've owned our house for the last 8 years. Bought it from my family, and I'm just looking forward to getting more involved with the town.
Great, thank you.
And Tara didn't say that she's already very active in doing Blue.
I am doing Blue, yes.
So is already doing a lot for the town. Next item is to discuss and possibly vote to appoint a committee secretary. And at our last meeting, when she wasn't official, Tara did offer that she would do that, and still on board.
Yes, I'll do that.
So I will accept a motion for Tara to, unless someone else would like to run and compete.
I make a motion.
I make the motion. I second.
Okay, we will take a motion from Rick and a second from Ellen. How's that? For Tara to serve as our committee secretary. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Not on your life.
Okay, so this is the big topic of discussion, I think, for tonight. Discussing and possibly voting on some town hall activities to support fundraising. Kate, I'm going to ask you to just confirm, but when I sat in on oh, Paul is with us. Commissioner Bauer has joined us. He's muted.
All right, I'm unmuted. Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Hope I didn't slow you up.
No,
Paul,
you
we
did not.
we prefer you muted.
Happy to see you, Paul. Thank you for joining.
Happy to see you all too.
So we've just voted our committee secretary, Tara, and we're now moving on to talk about the town hall fundraising activities. And Paul, I was just saying that when I listened in on the town council meeting, it sounds like at that point last week, there were 100 bricks that were sold, and we can have up to 2,700 bricks inscribed.
Yeah, we have a few more bricks to sell.
And it
So
sounds
any
like,
ideas and suggestions are very, very much welcome.
and just to stop for a second and go over to the donor wall and the big donors, we're doing pretty well. Are we about halfway, or are we?
Oh, more than that. I want to say it was 400, maybe 500,000. I mean, it was a big number. 470 for some reason sticks in my head.
We're at 345.
345. Yeah, there was Kate. We had some more that came in, right?
That the 345 is just what was pledged so far. There's been mutterings of other donations, but that's what I can confirm.
Okay. Well, let's go with that number then.
And and the total that you're looking for from
500.
500, so we're good.
Yep.
So I'm thinking that our big job, and I think it fits well in our plans to do some outreach to the town and to individual businesses and organizations and streets and so on.
Street ambassadors.
Street ambassadors, which we'll talk about too, and develop that plan. I think that we should focus on that. As we go out to meet people, instead of just saying, hi, we're from the marketing committee and we'd like to work with you. We're from the marketing committee and we're raising money for bricks and we have all of these ideas and we would like to talk to you about how you can participate. So what I'd like to do today is just kind of brainstorm. Anything creative anybody can come up with, and let's see if we can agree on whether they're contests or raffles or other outreach ideas, so that we could really focus on getting this brick number up. Because Paul, I know you've mentioned before possibly promoting Christmas gifts. Are we going to be doing that in the newsletter, Kate? Yes. Okay, so we will have an article suggesting that people buy Christmas gifts. And I know my street has bought a brick for the ocean block of Jersey Street, and I do think that that's something neighbors can contribute to and get your name down as part of Dewey Beach history. What else? What other ideas can we think about for a campaign that might make it fun and a little
We've got to do
competitive?
something with the dogs. I mean, the Dewey is a dog town. So we need to figure something out. I don't know if you get 10 people, that put their name in a hat or donate some money, and then you can put, whoever wins the raffle, they get a brick with their dog's name on it, or, I don't know, it's not well formed yet.
Or even just promoting it as, put your dog, I don't know if we can do
We
a park
can't
bench.
do the paw print,
Can't do
that's the
paw
sad
print.
part.
I know, but even just promoting it as, put your dog's name on there. And I think an idea I had too was, given the time frame, to do a push for Valentine's Day. To market it to get a brick for
Oh, that's
Valentine's
a
Day.
good
That's a nice
idea.
And you have, 2.5 months.
I don't know if my
to-
wife gave me a brick for Valentine's Day.
Forget the diamond.
I'm gonna honor the
Let's
dog,
go
not
brick.
you.
Yeah.
How about the dog's name in the street they're on?
Yeah.
The
You know,
dog breed or what Paul?
You know, if we drill down and think, it's like, what motivates someone to buy a brick? I mean, 'cause what we're trying to do is create some action on someone's part, right? And it's not, what's the price of it, Kate? $100 or something? I forget.
$300.
$300. You know, if we think of the people that would want to do that, I mean, you know, and I think back to when we did the dune mats. I mean, a lot of people did it for a loved one that's passed away. You could do it for your pet. You know, your family name on a brick. I mean, it sort of break it down into, you know, these are the things that, you know, because buying a brick doesn't sound very exciting to me.
Right. It doesn't, that's what, yeah.
Yeah, it's a brick, right? I mean, we've all done that. For, you know, what's the, you know, what's in it for them? You know, that's the recognition of a loved one. It's loved Dewey Beach. Who do we know that has loved Dewey Beach over the years? Let's put them in memoriam and, you know, put them in our crosswalk or, you know, something along those lines, I think sort of drives people, you know, you're motivated towards something at that point.
Yeah, I thought about the people who, you know, who in your family started your family coming here? Who bought the first house, who
Right.
started the first vacation? And recognize them as starting your family tradition. That's one idea. Susan, you wanted to say?
I was just gonna say, do we have any literature that shows examples and samples of the bricks that we could email, like, so I could email people on my blog, for example?
I'm sure we can find that on the internet because a lot of schools
Yeah.
and communities sell bricks.
And I'm sure that this particular company has an example of the bricks. I sent everybody
These are
today
actually pavers though, aren't they, Kate? They're a little bigger than a regular brick.
4x8.
You sent that link.
It's a 4x8.
And is that, the link I sent today, Kate, was what's on the website. Is the brick sample on there or not?
There's a picture of it.
It
There's
is.
a picture,
With
okay.
dimensions.
There's a picture right on there. And it also shows, it actually shows the whole presentation. The building, the history, the future, the bricks, the donor wall. So if you want to send that, I sent that out to my realty company and they bought a brick as a result. So I think that's a good way to sell it. Kate, what are you putting, can you tell us what you're putting in the newsletter about the buy a brick this time?
There will be a holiday themed focus on buying the brick as a holiday gift for December. And we'll keep it going. I mean, I'll push it every way I can for a New Year's brick and a Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
but yeah,
St.
and you-
Patrick's brick.
Right, and a Mother's Day brick and a Father's Day brick, right?
I think it is good to appeal to people's, you know, fond memories of Dewey, you know, giving back to the town that gave them all their memories and all that kind of stuff. And then the other thought I had was to find out if Costello could add it to the scrim that's around the construction site.
Oh, that's a great idea. Can we do that?
You know, I don't know, the scrim's already made, so I don't know if they could put an additional banner on top of it or something. I'm not sure who to, it would be asked to Costello, because I would think they're the ones who paid for the scrim.
What if we did some kind of, it's not formed in my mind, customers of any restaurant or other business have a sign and a jar with contribute to buy a brick in the name of our business. So if everybody at Woody's donates $1 or $2, Woody's can get a brick. I know Woody's could do their own brick if they wanted to, but it builds in some community buy-in maybe, or some competitiveness.
I think a lot of the restaurant owners have donated towards the wall.
All right,
Ah, okay.
but that's the owners. She was talking about trying to
Customers.
get customers.
The customer's doing it in the owner's name, right?
Yeah.
In the building, I mean, the bar's name, the restaurant's name.
I'm not sure how you do that.
I've never been into a bar.
Never, ever.
I mean, you could do something like, you know, the best customers of Starboard or, you know, the Thursday night drinking club or something.
Yeah, the bingo players or whatever, right?
Right.
I think that's worth fleshing out a little bit more. Like on bingo night, if they would let us make an announcement, hey, let's see if everyone here can contribute a couple dollars. Let's do bingo night of this date. This group bought this brick.
There you go.
What would we put on the brick?
Bingo night.
and the
Starboard, whatever the
12,
date is.
4,
Yeah.
25? Okay.
Or they can come up with their own. They maybe come up with a name.
Does anybody play poker in Dewey? Is there a poker game sequestered somewhere?
Over there in the Lions.
Or there's some big money that goes in, and they could easily buy a brick or two? I think Paul's hanging his head.
Back to the pets, like, I know we have the nice little brochure, but could we, like, they aren't at Jungle Jim's pet place. Like,
Right.
he could have, if we had something they were sitting in, you know, that said memorialize your pet, and there's the flyer, right there on his shelf when you walk in. I don't know, something about it or something. I mean, that would at least then, maybe the people, I don't know. There are definitely still dogs in there all winter, because mine was there today, but I don't know. I don't know if that would catch anybody.
Well, maybe if we have the brochures, can we get, will the owners of the place allow, will they hand it out as people, you know, pay
Oh, I
for
bet
the
you would.
purchases?
We can ask him.
We can ask them, and I think one of our jobs, before
Yeah.
we start coming up with
Right.
lots of brochures, is we're gonna have to figure out how to make that happen.
Yeah.
And get them out and ask whatever project we decide on, that's gonna be our job to kind of follow through on. Kate, what does it cost to create themed brochures? If we did a pet brochure, if we did a neighbors on the street brochure, if we did a restaurant specialty night brochure, what are we talking about in terms of cost to do something like that? 100 at a time? How many would we be talking about?
No more.
More than that?
No more than.
Oh, no more than that.
I mean, we could print them in-house. We wouldn't need to outsource the printing. What that ends up to be per copy, I don't know off the top of my head, but
It's just the ink, right?
yeah.
And the paper.
Paper,
Yes.
It's the ink that kills you.
right. Maybe that's,
About 45 cents a page.
maybe if the graphic artist could combine all those elements in a way that's still,
So it's just one brochure? Yeah, that's an idea.
you know, but have a picture of a dog, have a picture, you know, whatever graphic you want on the front that draws their attention right away.
I just wish it was $100 a brick. I think $300 is really.
I think
steep.
300 is a high figure too. I would have been happy with 2, but
Yeah,
Three is what we're
300 makes you
doing.
kind of pause.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why I think that we need to think of group purchases as opposed to one person
Yeah.
buying it. There are people who will do it for $300, but if a street does it, for example, or if a club does it, or a group at a restaurant, that way people might be contributed 25 or 10 or 100, but you end up with the total of 300.
We can always add an others section. I mean, would someone want to buy a half a brick for 150? Probably not, but
no.
I feel better about it. It's only 150 for a half a brick, or a quarter brick is, half of that,
You could do it-
$75.
A share a brick campaign.
Right.
Could be, but I think that looking at Kate in the background, I bet that she would prefer that we collect the money first.
I would
and
prefer it would be a
then-
whole brick, not a half a brick.
I think
a
we
third.
need to put that on the back end if we get desperate to do a half brick. I don't like that.
What's the deadline for
I do a
this?
shared brick, yeah.
We can do this all through next summer, as I understand, correct?
Yeah, we have,
Right now, on the brick ordering site, it has a due date of like April or May or something. We just picked a random day. But we can go past that, and we're trying to figure out now. I have a feeling that we're gonna sell a lot more of these once some are already in place, once the walkway is actually put down, unfortunately. So when people see like, oh, wait a minute, how do I get one of these bricks?
Right.
That's gonna be a major push. So we're trying to figure out how that would work to have essentially a partial walkway. We don't want to buy a bunch of bricks and install them and then have to take them out to replace them with other bricks. So we're navigating that.
Okay.
I have a feeling we'll be able to safely sell them through most of summer. Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna have to get 2,700.
Right.
Yeah.
And are you expecting all 2,700 to be inscribed, or would you be happy with half?
So it's not 2,700. It's not quite that bad. It's about 2,050
Okay.
bricks, give or take, can
that's
fit in there. It's a little better.
and we've sold 100 so far.
More than 100 at this
I
point?
think we're a little over 100.
Okay, I like the idea of having one brochure with categories.
I do too.
Pets, families, social groups at restaurants, streets,
Beach houses,
beach
Oh,
houses.
yeah, that's a great idea.
Yes.
Beach house
So-
groups,
what'd you just say, Paul?
beach house groups.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Good idea.
So let's record that.
What was your beach house group when you first started coming to Dewey, for example?
I mean, like the name of your group?
Oh, the Memorial Beach House group, like Phil's house.
Years ago, when group houses, everybody named their house something.
Yes.
I mean, this goes back 30, 40 years ago. I'm dating myself, but
No, we have that. We have it on our home.
right.
KBG or?
Kinder, gentler beach house.
Okay.
Well, then you can buy a brick.
Okay, so let's,
What about community associations, HOAs?
yes.
I mean, I could probably squeeze out of 6 people, there's one woman who won't give anything. We could probably squeeze a little bit of everybody.
Okay, let's try to think of all the categories. Beach houses, streets, pets, families, restaurant, bar, groups of whatever kind, events or happenings, HOAs, anything else?
What about some of the bands that play here?
Oh.
You know, like,
Oh,
Solicit the band.
bands,
Yeah, they're as much part of the vibe of Dewey. than-
Right.
Yeah, that's a great.
bands. Entertainment. And entertainment, okay.
Love Seat should be able to afford $300.
I would think. That's what, $1.50 for every performance.
4, 5, 6, that's 7 categories so far.
You know, I think once we start building momentum with it, I think people will jump in. Not necessarily as a group, but, you know, maybe, because we have what, 4 months in which to do this. So let's try to think of a sequence of what do we want to say in December? What do we want to say in January, February, and March? And
And then each of these things.
like
we
a
could-
progression of, hey, this is where we're at now. This is where we're at. Hey, we only have 12 left, you know, sort of like they do for New Year's Eve. How many tickets are left to sell? Everybody
Okay.
jumps in at the very end when they know they're like, oh, we're almost out.
We're almost out. So if we're thinking of priorities for the first round of brochures that we would hand out, gifts is likely because we've got holidays coming up for gifts. Christmas, Valentine's,
What about New Year's?
New Year's.
Do we have anything that we could tie to New Year's?
Dropping of the ball.
Do we have a ball drop?
Yeah.
Crush,
The Orange Crush.
the crush drop.
Under the Orange Crush. Well, you could get some people that have had a few cocktails and get them to contribute to that.
Well, there's what? The Rudder has a big New Year's, obviously,
No,
Starbucks.
No, they
we'll
don't.
have it.
doesn't the Rudder?
They're
I
doing
thought-
something. They
there's
had
a
a
big-
big sign out.
There's a 80s group, I think, at Nowlands or something.
Yeah, now it is.
No,
Isn't it
no.
Bottle Court? I thought they did a New Year's thing, no?
Yeah, there's 4 places for New Year's. Bottle and Cork now.
Hey, have you asked Jimmy what his thoughts on about trying to help push this or no?
I have not.
Could you?
I could.
He's charismatic.
Sure.
He should be able to sell a brick or
Once we get a
two.
brochure, we'll get it in a paper form and electronic form as well.
I think we needed a paper, well, we could do both, certainly, but I think for the purposes of getting this out to people, we would have to have some paper copies.
Would you like to do a drop-in for each of these segments so we could change one out if we wanted to?
Yeah, we could do that, right.
Like for for electronic would be good, so that like the Dewey Civic League, we could attach it to our mailing, our newsletter. When I'm sending out lease agreements for my renters this summer, I can attach it and say, hey, commemorate your, you know, I mean, I have renters been renting my house for years and
We
years
talked
and years.
last
Yeah.
week about putting in the rental package.
Yes, and that's gonna come up on the agenda because we got some more information about that, yes. All right, so what do we start with? Gifts, pets, we wanna do bar groups since we've got New Year's activities going on and a family memoriam. So that's 4. Is that good to start in the first brochure? And it would
I
just,
think you need more than that, so you can have more of a collage effect.
We could do more.
And we're gonna do a fold, or we're gonna do like a three-fold?
I'm sure it would be just this, a very simple three-fold,
Yeah, okay.
keep it cheap,
Front and back?
front and back. A little bit of graphics and these categories kind of floating in there, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Decent paper though.
Just decent paper.
And reunions,
Well, there's already this one after, right? So
Yeah.
could we just modify it and add some graphics to make it a little bit more appealing in the front, like put, you know, like a couple that looks like they're getting married or proposing or something like that, so it's already eye-catching.
Yeah, we get the highs involved in that.
Could we use your brick, your buy a brick,
Okay, I'm sorry.
and just kind of edit it and do some different graphics? Is that something you want us to do, or can one of us work, or some of us work with you? Would you like to do that? If we-
Yeah, I mean, if you guys wanna take that, draw on it, knock it up, do whatever you want with it, and I can take it from there.
Okay?
Yeah, don't reinvent the wheels over the year, just update, add a few things to it.
Good idea.
Okay, so,
What about March Madness? I know I'm with a bunch of ladies here, but guys get pretty fired up about that.
that's a good one.
Are there watch parties there's gotta be watch parties at the bars, maybe we can get,
Well, I know they, I know at Woody's, they do the football poll every Sunday. I'm not part of that, but I'm just trying to brainstorm here. How would we do that? The winner gets, his name says, Rick, whatever, Paul, March Madness champ, 2026. That's bragging rights, right?
Right.
so everyone
Who pays
participating
for it?
needs to pitch in $5.
People
$10,
pitch in money,
Yeah.
Right.
and then,
But, again, we'd have to ask the bar owners if they're willing to do that.
Sure.
who manages it at the bar? I mean, if they're doing March Madness stuff and
Well,
they're
we-
busy, who's gonna manage?
we need to see if they are
Yeah.
willing to assign a bartender or have something at the front desk or something that people know that they, we have to ask these people what they're willing to do. There may be some people who say, no way, we're too busy, we don't want to do it,
Right.
but we can ask.
Well, if there's 20 people in the pool, and let's say there's 30 people in the pool, that's at $10 each, that's $300.
And you'll draw one name out, and that'll be the champ.
No, you don't draw one name out, you have to have, you pick,
Oh, everybody
you fill out a
contributes.
bracket, and the guy who,
Oh,
or the girl,
see, I don't know
woman.
the brackets. You got it.
Yeah.
Again, that's just one brick, so I know we're trying to figure multiples.
Well,
How many bars are there in town that can do this? There are a lot. All right, would someone like to volunteer to work on the brochure? I'm happy to help, but if there's someone who'd like to take it on, would you
I
like
can
to do
help
it?
you out.
Okay.
Help Kate with it.
Okay. And deadline, let's aim for,
I would say in the next week or two, we gotta get, it's just a matter of just popping out some pictures.
Shouldn't every realtor who does business in Dewey buy a brick? Isn't that Jack's to open?
I think so, and we're gonna get to the realtors in a minute,
Okay.
because I think that that's actually really important to do. So, okay. We'll start with this. Our goal is to have it ready for Kate to work on within a week. And then, who is
Hey,
in?
Kate, for the newsletter, is it, or for the flyer, for both of them, could we maybe do some suggestive marketing saying, here's a picture of the actual brick, it's 4x8. Here's your pet's name, this is your beach house group name, this is, your name here kind of thing, for all these different categories we were thinking of. That way, it sort of spurs people to start thinking about it. That's my 2 cents worth.
Yeah, I think we can figure that out. Sure.
Yeah, I think that could be part, I think that's a good idea, Paul, and I think it could fit on here. Instead of just saying pets, we could say in memory of Fluffy, or, Fluffy.
Right.
Yeah, Fluffy.
But you have a graphic of a.
How about Rin Tin Tin?
Rex.
Change some of what's in here.
Yes,
These are all
okay,
memorable.
we'll work on it. I think,
That's
I like
another
that
change
idea.
of names.
Now, once we have these brochures, we're all, who's in town? I'm in town part-time, Susan's here part-time, you guys are here you're part-time or full-time? Full-time, Tara's part-time, Lily's
I'm full-time, but I'm away a lot in the winter, so.
Okay, and then we have Sally and we have Louisa, who are both here full-time. So, what we'll need to do once we get them is think about who's going to bars, who's going to HOAs, who's going to which restaurants, what else? Who's gonna focus on the pet venues in town,
So we probably should come up with a list of businesses and we
divide it up, right? Do we wanna do that right now? We don't have to spend time doing that here now, we can
I
do
think-
that
I'm
offline.
pretty sure on the town website, there's a list of all businesses.
Yes.
And we could just
Go
put that
down
off
and
and
divide them
everyone
up,
take a bunch and.
okay?
So, but what is our goal for the businesses? Because as Paul said, a lot of them are on the donor roll. So our goal for businesses is to what?
Well, we're gonna give them the brochures to hand to their customers, so it's not even all businesses, just really retail, who have people coming in and out the door.
Right.
So hand to their customers and say, have you seen this? You know,
Now, if it's a fold up, can we have a little, make it a little stand, a little cardboard stand?
You get a plastic stand
Plastic
at Staples.
Yeah, that's easy enough to do.
Um,
And then we would have to talk to them about whether they're willing to kind of push it, how available they are to do that. I think we should focus on the small businesses that are not gonna make the donations for the wall, right? So there are a number of small places that can't do the wall, but should be able to help out with
there aren't
this.
that many.
Well, there are not many that are open.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But this could go hand in hand, and do we need to vote on this, Kate? Is this something that we can just do?
I think we can just do it.
Yeah, you can just come to a consensus, I think that's.
Okay, we've got a consensus, we know where we're headed with it, and we kind of know how our deadline's working for that.
Has somebody asked, for bingo night, has somebody asked, I heard somebody say that we've asked if we can announce it, or no?
Lily suggested that, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they let us, but I don't.
Well, I know one of the managers over there, I
Oh,
can ask her.
Perfect.
I think with the bars, the other sort of thing, talking about March Madness and things like that, is that if we were willing to be there for that event, rather than making the onus be on the bartenders who are busy, or the waitresses who
Right,
are
I
busy.
mean, I can be there for
I
bingo
don't
night.
think the
really-
bartender should be responsible.
No, I don't think they all will be. March Madness is difficult, because it's
Right.
it's like 18 days,
Yeah.
from noon to
Like New
midnight.
Year's Eve.
So that'll be difficult, but again, that was just a brainstorm idea.
What about Super Bowl?
Same thing.
These bars are crazy.
But if we picked or got people to agree, I'm sure we're not gonna have a whole lot. Could we have one person be the?
I'm not going into this place.
Okay. All right, let's leave the Super Bowl on the side for now.
Hey, guys, I gotta leave you. I hate to cut short, but I had other commitments here tonight.
Thank you,
Okay,
Paul.
I got my son's birthday, so
Oh,
if you need me, I'll be happy to jump back in, but if not,
Did you buy him a brick for his birthday?
yeah, that would probably been a great idea. All right, we'll see you guys.
Happy birthday.
Call me if you need me, though.
Happy birthday.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so we've got the outlines of that.
That's pretty good. I feel like we've forgotten some major group though.
Well, there are two parts that we need to talk about, and I'm gonna go, is it okay to go out of order on the agenda, Kate? Or not?
I would not.
Okay. Okay, so then,
So what about some of these groups, like the Greyhounds to the Beach, the Golden to the Beach? Can we go to those organizers?
Well, they're charities themselves,
Right.
you know, I don't think you can,
We can always ask.
we can ask.
Are they charities? Greyhounds to the Beach?
I don't know about Greyhounds, but the
Yeah.
Goldens are.
but they might like to have a break. Greyhounds on the
Or
beach.
at least to let their attendees know.
There might be people within that group that would be interested in sponsoring something like that. Yeah, I'll take the Goldens and or something.
Try it out with the
So they
Goldens.
probably do newsletters, so they can put it in their newsletter to, you know.
It is tricky though, they are also nonprofits,
Yeah.
because they're not gonna promote.
Well, plus a lot of them don't live in Dewey.
Right, well, that's,
Come to Dewey for Golden.
Yeah,
but
but
I think that's
these
important.
people love their dogs, like there's no tomorrow, and I can see some of them.
They all leave their poop in my trash can, right outside my townhouse.
All we can do is ask.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them have a table down at the beach, at least we can put the brochures there.
Right.
Aren't they in the fall usually though? Are they some in the spring?
Twice a year, May
Oh,
and
they're twice?
September.
Okay, wow.
We just did the Great House now.
I don't know about the Greyhounds.
Okay.
That was-
They were just
Well,
about
I think they're in the fall.
They're
They're in
in-
Rehoboth now, aren't they? They are
Yeah,
mostly
they've
based
left
there.
Dewey and gone to Rehoboth, and I don't know why. Why did we lose that?
That's for another time. Okay.
Another committee.
I'm dying to get to E and F because, and H, but first anybody have anything to report from your initial outreach to businesses or organizations? I reached out to the partnership, I just reached out to them, I don't have anything to report on the results, but,
Yeah, I reached out to the chamber head twice and she hasn't responded. She
Okay.
doesn't take the job till January 1, so.
okay. Anybody else made some outreach?
Just the fact that it's hard to tell a nonprofit, or ask a nonprofit to help, let us
Right.
sell bricks at your events, or
Right,
that's
exactly.
a bit
Yes.
challenging.
Right. Okay.
Even if their participants do it, it's taking money.
Right.
Yeah, that
Could've
$100,
gone to
would
them.
they have given it to us for our
Right.
charity first? So that's kind of difficult.
Okay. All right, so nothing really more to report on D. E, the Neighbor Network Communication Project. This is one place I think that we can sell bricks. Because part of our goal is to have street captains
Right.
who are gonna share information from the newsletter, from other town events with their neighbors. And we're going to be doing some recruiting. Kate, will that be in this newsletter? Yay! Okay, so we're gonna have a newsletter article announcing the Neighbor Network, saying that we want street captains. This is how it works. What else are you gonna be saying in there, Kate?
I pretty much pulled from your
Okay,
intro, and there is, it links to the town website, so there's just a quick form for people to fill out and submit. So that's all done. Newsletter should go out next week. We have to wait for Bill to get back
okay.
for that to go out.
Okay, so the newsletter will have an article about this. People can start signing up. I've already got a couple volunteers on a couple of streets who were very excited and said they'll reach out to their friends on other streets. And Rick, you were right last week. We're not gonna get every single street in town to start, but if we just start building up 5 or
I'm sure
10.
you said Rick was right.
I did. But
I
know
don't
you
remember
did.
saying that, but I'll take credit for it. Yeah, we need the contact information.
Yes.
I mean, because I could be street captain, but I can't reach anybody, especially in the dead of winter.
Right, exactly, right. But once we get that going, I think that we can, my idea would be, when the newsletter comes out, street captain says, hey, have you seen the newsletter? Here's a copy of it. Make sure you sign up for the future. Do you know about the brick campaign? Do you know about Code Red? Have you paid attention to that article? Anything like that. People are really asking me, even the police department and the fire company said they would love to have something that notifies people far in advance about events coming up. Not just a week or two before, that if people are not only in town part-time, that they need to be able to plan if they want to go to the Christmas tree event or if they want to go to the parade. And I know there are lots of places that do that, but I think that it would be helpful to just kind of directly throw it to people whenever we learn about upcoming events. Kate, have we ever had just a list of events in the newsletter? I know that you do a really good job of highlighting the big ones, but if people knew that there was an opportunity to just announce your event in the Dewey newsletter once a month, does that?
It's a possibility. We've never done it before. Again, I think it kind of goes back to just us being a government entity. We need to be fair across the board. So not saying it couldn't be done, but we would just have to make sure to get the word out to every Dewey business. Hey, if you have something going on that you want to advertise, we need to
This
make
is the
sure it
deadline every
is,
month to
yeah,
post something.
it's equal across the board, equal opportunity.
I would like to try that because I think that would make people feel like
What
we're
kind of
doing
events are you talking about?
Christmas tree lighting. The police department was telling us the other day they didn't feel that they were able to publicize, they would like to be able to publicize more further in advance, like Safety Day, to get more people to participate, or any of their other activities. I talked about Dewey and Bloom is planning hopefully a kids parade over 4th of July weekend. That could go way in advance.
Right.
So that people would just be able to look ahead for a month and say, hey, I'd like to go to that and that and that and that. Even the Christmas tree lighting, some people said to me, I didn't know it was gonna be this night. partially it's that people don't pay attention.
People don't
But
They don't
the
read
whole
your
idea is you're supposed to hit them like, what, 12 times before they do pay attention? So if we come up with more ways to do that.
You're not talking
you're-
about somebody's yard sale.
No, I'm talking about whether it's the Greyhounds or a Dewey and Bloom event or a restaurant that's doing some special promotion.
So theoretically, the Rehoboth Dewey Chamber of Commerce should be our resource for a list of current events or upcoming.
Yes.
Right, so do you feel like they're not covering these events enough? Like maybe, are we not submitting them?
I think that partnership promotes the events, but how many people are registered to, or know to look on the partnership website or wherever they post it? Unless they're registered to do that.
They're also in the town newsletter.
They are in the town newsletter. I'm just thinking with the neighborhood network, the neighbor network, that we can take those activities that are posted in other places and just give one more round of promotion locally, from captains to the streets.
So a street captain is basically just pushing more information to the people on the street.
Or
It's not-
directly, yes. We would be giving them information. Maybe we would feed them once a month, newsletters out, note these articles, note these activities. Pay attention to this, send it to the captains, to the extent they have email addresses, forward it to other people on the street.
I just don't think we should start too big.
No, we're not gonna, I don't think we can. I think the first article that Kate's including, where people can sign up to be street captains, we'll see how many people respond and like the idea, and then we'll build from there. But Buy a Brick is one of them that we could do.
Going back to Buy a Brick, can we put, once it's nicer weather, on the beach signs? Buy a Brick campaign?
Can we do that?
Legal?
Is that legal?
It's our beach.
We should do that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Like the golf signs, the T sign type thing? So it's like,
I don't read mine.
But I
But,
mean, I think what you were talking about is
Yeah.
having the canvas thing attached to the chain link fence there,
yeah,
with a QR code, whatever we do, there needs to be a QR code.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're talking about at the entrance of every beach.
yeah.
Yeah, to have,
That'll be
even
nice.
like,
That'd be nice.
the golf tournament signs on the little metal posts, even if you have one, it's temporary, they're not
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
expensive, they're like $12 a piece.
Oh, I got you.
And put them in the sand, because every beach has a big sign,
Right.
that tells you all the rules, so maybe underneath that, have this little stand with a QR code, and this little sign.
Well, in the big time of the summer, you could have something like that at each lifeguard stand too.
Okay. Let's just make note of that for a future meeting.
I still like my idea of a sandwich board, walking down the beach with Buy a Brick campaign.
I think
You're
that's a good
volunteering.
idea.
You volunteer for it.
What's wrong with your legs?
A lot.
Okay, anything more on that before we move on? Do we need to discuss anything about increasing public awareness of Code Red? And I'm gonna ask Kate for that, because you're one who's been promoting it. You think you've got what you need?
I think we have a good handle on it. We'll continue to put that in the newsletter, and it'll also go out as part of our new property owner welcome packet. When we get transfer tax, everyone gets a welcome packet in the mail, so Code Red will be added to that packet, asking them to register.
Okay.
So I think we're touching as many bases as we can for right now.
And again, this is something that I think the neighbor network helps to
Absolutely.
promote. Yeah. I would propose that we put off G, since Paul's not here, University of Delaware, because that was his baby and he's been doing some of the research. Any objection to doing that?
No.
Okay. Welcome packs for renters. This is where several of our ideas could fit. I talked to PenFed, Berkshire Hathaway, and they told me, Rick, that they put out, every spring, they buy some kind of bag for their renters. They give it to the Chamber of Commerce, and the Chamber of Commerce fills them with information. So when I asked, can we give PenFed information, she said there's two ways you could do this. We could print up materials specifically for them, or we could go to the chamber and see if the chamber would put the materials in all the packets for all the rental agencies. Does that make sense?
Yes, the chamber will do it, there's a fee.
Yeah, do you know what the fee is?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I don't think it's crazy. But that is something, that's a service they provide to all the realtors, and it covers every realtor.
So we wouldn't have to go individually to the realty companies to do that. So maybe when your new Chamber of Commerce head takes over in January, this is one thing to ask about. And then we would have to decide, I'm sure, I think she said they'd need to give the materials by April or May. So we would need to decide what does the town want to put into those welcome packets.
Buy a brick?
Buy a brick,
Sure.
beach rules, tent rules, alcohol rules, bonfires,
What to do in case of an emergency,
yeah.
hospitals, clinics, whatever,
Um,
dog places.
So maybe, Rick, if you wouldn't mind in January following up on that with the Chamber of Commerce and asking them what it would cost us, when they would need the materials.
Maybe on their website.
Ah, okay,
Sure.
okay, that's great. Anything else about that? And whoever said it earlier, I think every realty company should buy a brick. $300, isn't that horrible, right?
I don't know if Lingo can afford it.
What?
I don't know if Lingo.
I'm not sure. Well, I think, did you say Kate, did you say, oh no, Paul said someone already participated through the wall, right? And so
Right,
we need
yes.
to get those
Right.
names.
But, I mean, even if they participate on the wall, they probably, if every other realtor's doing it, they'd probably do it. I mean, at $300 for a realtor company,
That's not
Right.
a big deal.
it's
Well,
chump
there's-
change.
So the brokerages are one thing, there's, half a dozen brokerages, but then the individual agents, if they want to, could also purchase bricks.
Right.
So some of that's just getting the word out there that it's out there. And that's where Sussex County Association of Realtors may be able to help us because they do a newsletter to all the realtors. So I can ask them if they can put a
That would be
blurb in there. I don't know if they'll, because again, they are also nonprofit, but that's not taking away, we have to pay dues to them. So it's not taking away, it's a nonprofit, but it's not a fundraising nonprofit.
Okay, that would be great.
I'll look into that.
Okay, that's great.
Are the bags from the Chamber of Commerce, are they all this, do they know it's going to Dewey, so it would have the Dewey information? It wouldn't go to a renter in Rehoboth, right?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think they're more generic than that. I think it is just
I
anyone.
was just
in
gonna
the
say, a
region.
friend of ours gave us theirs, and it was pretty across the board,
Right.
like it had a lot,
What's in it?
Stuff in it.
Oh, it had all kinds
I
of.
mean,
maps.
I read every
It had
summer,
like a free
and I don't remember
drink
it in
at
a bag.
Dogfish Head, I don't know.
Yeah, you get little books with coupons in them.
Yeah,
and,
it had restaurant information.
Map, probably one of those maps.
Yes, it had a map, it had a magnet, tide chart magnet in there.
Okay, anything else on welcome packets for renters for now? I think we've got to start on that. Okay. Okay, again, on, Sally can't be here today. I asked her if there was anything. I did listen in on their committee meeting the other day. It seems to me that they're very focused right now on getting a lot of research about what do the residents and the town think are the needs in terms of dealing with resiliency and sustainability. A number of reports have been done in the past. They're soliciting bids from companies, and I think there's some tension about how do we review what's already been done in the past and apply it to now instead of starting over again. So I think that that's a discussion that's beyond our control, but when they decide what they want, they can talk to us. Anything else on that topic? Town social media accounts. Kate was going to give us a little bit of information about what we need. I asked, please, as somebody who doesn't understand Instagram and TikTok, could you please tell me why they exist and why they're different and better than anything else? And what can we do to help the town have more of a presence?
So essentially, we have a Facebook account. The police also have their own Facebook account. We have Instagram, which is linked to Facebook. And then we recently started a Twitter/X account. That is all we have for now. In my opinion, the best way you guys could help us with that is just by providing content.
Yeah, content is key.
Yeah. I certainly try to find interesting things going on around town and take some video clips or photos and post them, but that is not my priority in my position to be a content creator. So, yeah, that would be the biggest help. And I mean, it could be as easy as you're, walking around town, take a photo and you text it to me and I can take it from there and post it. That's the easy part. It's really just the creative aspect and walking around looking for interesting things to post.
What are the interesting things we're looking for? Just,
It can be sunset, sunrises, pictures of the beach, it could be like
It
a
could be
cute
our
dog
flowers.
scene, I mean,
Yeah.
your flowers,
Now, unfortunately, this time of year, there's not a whole lot
not a lot going on.
Lot
Although,
going on.
Oh, but
Well,
the town is so cute
it is,
and
it could be
decorated.
Christmas lights,
Christmas
yeah,
lights.
Christmas
Yeah,
lights.
Christmas lights.
Maybe inside some of the restaurants, can we do that or
Well,
not? Is that
well,
something
no,
we're
that's-
supposed to do? It's gotta be outside,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, even outside, if it's a big picture of Starbucks, they'll
yeah, you
go.
have to
Maybe
balance
One
it
guy
out.
will say, oh, but you have to include everybody.
Somebody's house is decorated or whatever, you could probably do that.
Anybody walking through town wearing a, what are the legal limits on what we can do? I mean, can we do individual people on the street or do we have to limit it?
Then if you're gonna publish it, then you have to get their permission.
No.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could go on for a while about what, I don't think there's a clear black and white answer that I can give you. For sure, anything that promotes drinking, anything that promotes a certain business, we would want to stay away from. I would say anything that you want to provide, go ahead and provide it. Just don't be upset if I'm like, this one is kind of towing the line. Can't really use that. I'm fine making that final determination on things or changing wording in things so it's appropriate for us to post. We just obviously don't have as much free reign as, say, Starburg would, or any of the, businesses in town with something, jokey, funny, alcohol, this, that, drink fest, whatever, obviously we can't do things like that. We need to keep it a little bit more family friendly, across the board.
Yeah, this time of year, maybe it's a picture of a family that all has the same kind of sweatshirt on or, whatever,
That's
costume
Dewey Beach
or just
Can we do that or we have to get
Sure.
permission from a family to do that?
I would ask them
Yeah, you would ask
if, as long as they don't mind.
Of the 160 people that live here year-round, we're gonna find a family with green sweatshirts.
You would have listened this past weekend, for sure.
Okay. Any?
You could have.
Kate, did you?
Hey, where do we text it?
I don't want to put my phone number out there, but I can provide it after. So if it's easiest, you can absolutely just text it to my personal cell. I can provide that number or you can email it to me.
Okay.
Either way is fine.
Let's email it to
Yeah.
you.
Tell me, it's Kate at Town of Dewey?
Kate at
Town of
townofdeweybeach.com.
Dewey Beach, okay. Did you get did you post pictures of the Christmas tree lighting from last
I
week?
didn't because I couldn't make it.
Okay. Well,
But things
yeah.
like that,
That's a
yeah.
perfect
Yeah,
example,
okay.
so, yeah.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
again, you're not responsible.
Yeah,
for
I
nothing. I
can't
understand.
be everywhere. So if we have,
I drove
We're
into
at
town
events, those are the
from
kinds
a
of
memorial
things that-
service when
Yeah.
it was going on. I didn't read the newsletter, I didn't know what was going on. And I almost pulled over, but I had my dog with me, so I should have stopped and taken some pictures. Okay,
Yeah. Okay, content.
content is key.
I mean, you can get some really good ideas even just by Googling winter beach photos. People will take shells and write things out like in the sand with it, something like that. I mean, you can create something. You want to hang Santa hats from the
Yes.
dune fencing or something and take a cute photo, go right ahead. I mean,
We got the gist.
And
yeah.
just photos or videos?
You could do videos too, yep.
Does that satisfy the question about how do we better use
Yes, I
social
think
media
it
to
does,
reach people?
yeah.
And
Yes,
plus you have
like
to
any
provide
good
content.
marketing person, they push it off and say, you guys do the content and I'll handle it. But that's normal, don't get me wrong. Content is crucial, so.
And then, like, along with these cute pictures, then you throw in the thing about a brick for your dog and you know, it needs to have a
Things that we
little
wanna
bit
have.
of funny, not funny.
Pound sign
fun things and then-
buy a brick, right?
Right,
Mhm.
yeah,
All right.
Okay.
work that in.
Okay. Any ideas on articles for the next newsletter? Kate is already working on December, but let's look ahead to January. We could do the buy a brick New Year, well, that's too late, January. We could start hitting Valentine's Day buy a brick.
How hard is it to do pictures in the newsletter?
Oh, easy.
So how about if we get a snowstorm, we get out our cameras and we post, Dewey Winter Wonderland,
Right.
and we can do a little article about that.
Okay.
Pictures worth 1,000 words, so. I mean, they say we're not getting snow this year, but who knows? We
I
had a
didn't
lot
hear
last year.
that.
I would like to suggest that we start just doing lists of events in addition to what Kate already does so well with really highlighting the big events in town. But if we just start even with a little list, maybe within the next 6 months, we can start building that groups can let the town know they would like to put their event in a community list.
Could we do it as a page on the website and have a link for the newsletter? Because if the newsletter
That's
gets too long,
That's a great
we'll
idea.
stop reading it.
That's a great idea.
And it's
I like
already.
that. I really like that. That's good.
I feel
Okay.
like this committee is just making work for Kate.
No, not at all.
Well, that's why I try to be conscious of when we're
Right.
doing something like a brochure, we've got to help. And if we're talking about social media, we've got to help. I'd also like to suggest, this isn't for the newsletter, but let's finish with the newsletter. Any other articles for newsletter for
But I think we should
January?
start in January with Valentine's Day.
And what are we gonna say about Valentine's Day?
Buy a brick.
True love lasts,
Forever.
like a brick. Even though it gets walked on.
It's not too soon to make your rental plans for Dewey.
No.
It's probably too late.
It's too late.
Any other?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we're gonna say about Valentine's.
I'm
Well,
a
people
buy a
love us.
I don't know.
Pictures of Valentine's, pictures of people getting married, I don't know.
But let's think about
We're
any
talking about the brick,
community,
Yeah,
well, we're talking about the brick, but also any community issues that we should include in the newsletter this time of year. Is there anything,
Freezing pipes?
Well, you could report on the winter gala.
do you do
Who
that?
sponsors, is that Dewey Business Partnership, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a big thing.
Do
You
we
get
know-
pictures of people getting all dressed up in tuxedos and formal gowns. I did that.
It'll come out, the January issue will come out before the gala, which is on the 24th, so that would be the
Oh.
February issue.
Big February.
Are there things like freezing pipes that we should be talking about in the newsletter this time of year?
It's probably too late.
By
Seriously,
January?
I mean, we're gonna get some freeze this
I
week.
got something that had a whole list of what to do for your house in the winter.
Yeah,
Was
we've
an
done
email?
it. We've done it in the past.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it did have some useful things in there that I know I hadn't thought of. I don't remember
that-
what they
that-
were, but when I read it.
That should have been in like November's
Mm-hmm.
newsletter.
Okay, anything else that we can think of to help with newsletter articles? If you think of any, email Kate.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, that's it for the formal agenda. We have an option for committee member comments. We should talk about next meeting. Do we want to try to have an early January meeting, or shall we, since it'll be right after New Year, or should we wait till February?
I think we've got a lot to do and we're a new group, and I think that another meeting to get to know each other better and get on the same communication lines would be a good idea.
Just keep the momentum going.
Yeah, for now.
I'm fine with that. If it's we always, the first week of the month is usually when they are scheduled. Let's see what January.
Jan 6th.
January 6th. How is January 6th working?
I have no idea.
Well, miss.
I always say I get my
left my
nails
phone
done
at
that day. That's fine for me.
January 6th? Okay, we will plan a January 6th meeting. Do any other committee members have anything they'd like to talk about, even if it's for a very, very future agenda?
I had a thought, just driving around and you know, Starbucks started by doing Starbucks Claw with all the Christmas lights and their own businesses. And that, I don't know if you noticed, it has pushed everyone else to step up their game a little bit.
Yes.
And then with Grotto, we talked about like, we need to do more. So, and since it's a small strip of land, it seems like we're creating like a 4 or 5 block Christmas wonderland.
It does.
Right? And I kind of am thinking if we can encourage more people to do it, I know a lot of places are not open, but the more we can get, the more kind of over the top we are, it'll just make doing more appealing in the winter.
Right, I agree.
I think we should have a contest of homeowners and decorating their houses for Christmas.
That's not a bad idea.
This year, too late,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But to your point, sort of that holiday wonderland,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
It
I
looks
like
great.
that for next year, I
Our,
really
our,
do.
my town,
So
other
it
town
was-
does that.
yeah.
And then you meet and you can walk around and see everything, and then they have like, I don't know, a hot chocolate thing, and then they vote and tell you.
I had put down
We
Christmas
should have
Beach
had
Town
pictures of
USA,
the,
but
the tree
we can't
lighting.
use Christmas, we can say holiday Beach Town USA.
I like that. Anything else?
I like the idea of the whole street being decorated for Christmas.
Yeah, I
So we need to go after
it's
like
made such a
pizza
difference
place
last
and-
year
What's
too.
going up today in the rain?
Mm-hmm. It just makes the town
They are.
not as sleepy, it's more lively and.
Right, it used to be, it was
Slice
dead.
it down,
in the
because that's
wintertime.
part of,
Bless you.
So
And,
that's all that same
the-
gold ribbon.
The commercial space on Coastal Highway at Reed Avenue, so I've been trying to lease those spaces and everyone that I'm talking to are looking at year-round businesses, so,
Wow,
yes, which is
that's great.
So if we can, you know, so it's important to me to help them as well, and I think if we can get this Christmas thing, you know,
Holiday.
right, it just looks, sorry, holiday, it just looks, it's good for all the business, maybe more will stay open and, you know.
And if that,
In Old Town, where I also live, the town strings lights across.
Right.
Have we, as a town, ever talked about that? I know there's a cost to that, but we could mandate, you know, from whatever, from North Indian Beach all the way to the diner
Yeah.
and decorate.
or Christmas banners that could hang from something.
From the light posts,
From
I
the
like
light
that,
posts,
that's in, that,
The
and
banners might be
Fenway.
easier because there are some really tall things that go up and down this highway, but they don't pay like height limitations.
And then if we cross the highway, Kate, aren't we gonna get involved in Del Dot?
Yeah, maybe there's something on that
So
side.
just sort of strive for that holiday Beach Town USA.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
And
like
if we,
Winter Wonderland.
and if we do something like that, Rehoboth does a stroll, a holiday stroll,
Mhm.
where the businesses do some special events, and so people just kind of walk through and they do the holiday shopping and.
We already have that Santa Fresh crawl.
But, you know, we do. And we can't publicize that.
Right, but if
we
we did more of a town thing that involved people going from, do your shopping and
There's
stop
not a lot
in
of
and-
shopping, no, that's the
Oh,
only.
you know, open, are these commercial places gonna be
I
stores?
can't say,
Okay.
sorry.
I keep hoping they are. I think we need more street front presence like that.
But maybe if they could do like a, oh, no, you can't with the lights, because it's better when it's lit up.
Right.
But I'm thinking like if you have like a kid's stroll, so the business will hand out candy, you know.
Hot
Or you could-
chocolate, you could do hot chocolate to go,
Or you could stroll and then end up with a tree lighting.
That's
We
true.
might be able to
Oh,
get,
that's a great
Post
idea.
or somebody to help with that.
Oh,
The Post or.
Handing out
Baked
chocolate.
or-
But are we doing that for the 160 people that live here year-round, or are we striving to get more people to come for weekends?
Mhm.
Down the
I
road.
was
Yeah,
I was still
trying to
on
get
the
more
list,
people
get more
coming.
things.
I'm sorry, 7 people talking, and I hear voices anyway. So I think we need to focus on trying to get more people in.
Mhm. I think that's what what we're talking about, like,
Right.
you know, the more lively the town looks, the more businesses are open, the more people will come. And I like the idea of pre-tree lighting, we start at one end of town, because the tree lighting is part of the Dewey Beach Partnership. So you were talking about creating events that we can tag onto each other and like grow. So if we do this, you start at Dewey Post and you walk down the street to
By
one
5:30, you
end.
get to the tree,
Yeah.
at 6:30, they light it, I like that.
Yeah, and then the business can hand out candy if you want to, kind of a do your own parade, instead of watching a parade go by, you are the parade.
Yeah.
So what about the idea, I don't know, AI will not to do this, but AI could probably, if we took a picture of our street, you could probably feed it an AI and decorate it. Now, is that fake marketing? Because it really hasn't happened yet, or is that something we want to try? Could we make it whimsical?
You can certainly try it and do where it gives you ideas, so that then we can go to the town and say, hey, you know,
Yeah, we like this.
And go to businesses and say, this is what it could look like if you did your part on your particular.
And ask for more money, and buy a brick.
And by
I did not realize this was going to be
by brick committee.
a fundraising
Yeah.
committee.
I did not realize it either, but I think the overall message is still marketing the town.
Right.
And the bricks, this is, a segment's gonna end next summer.
And-
Right.
Yeah, and I will tell you, of all the things that we've talked about, this is the mandate from the town council. I mean, the minute we said we were gonna revive the marketing committee, the mayor said, great, we need to raise money for the town hall, so that's where they're focused. One more thing about the tree lighting, because Ellen and I were there, I don't know if anybody else was there. There were a lot of people we did not know.
They said there was 500 people there.
And several people who are local said, we didn't know anybody there. They were families, they must have all been here for the holiday weekend, and they were visitors. So that fits into exactly what we're talking about, bringing visitors to.
I wonder if they would have bought any bricks.
Okay, anybody else, anything else? We did better this time than last time, so we did. I will take a motion to adjourn.
I motion we adjourn.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you all very much.
Good meeting.
Yeah.